What's going on, guys? I got a video here of the the takedown of my Umnumzaan in addition to a tool that I got for the Umnumzaan. So kind of just killing two birds with one stone, just showing this tool that I got from Blade Forums. Normally when you get the takedown tool from Reeve, I think about 12 to 15 bucks depending on shipping. It comes with two little plastic pieces, little round circles that has the little nubs, as well as two Allen wrenches, hex wrenches, that are kind of the same Reeve size, so that you can take down the screw in the back of the Umnumzaan, or even Sabenza. And then it's got two holes that you thread through those pieces, and then you take it and screw it. I got this one again thinking that it was going to be a little bit cooler, and to be honest, I really wish I had just gone with the Umnumzaan Takedown tool, because you're able to get a little more leverage with the little hex wrenches on each side, and it comes with two tools. The thing that's cool about this tool is that, again, it has the two nubs that are cut out. It's metal, so it's gonna, the metal pieces aren't gonna wear out as easily or break like the plastic ones. But from what I've experienced, the plastic ones are fine. You really only need to use them once, unless you Loctite it every single time. Guys, excuse my voice. I'm still getting over a pretty bad cold, so I still have a sore throat right now. But in addition to this tool, it's got a little hex wrench embedded within one of the sides here, so you're able to push this into the screw and then unscrew it. This one is a little bit, to be honest, it's a little bit low, so I'm kind of worried about stripping the screw. Anyway, so I may or may not try to return this to the guy. The holes, the idea is cool. So if it came with two, then you can put two on, one on each side and unscrew it. This, I only had one, thinking that it could kind of just put pressure on with my thumb and then unscrew it on this side. But it took forever, and I had to eventually make a makeshift tool with two nails here, you can see, and I kind of put two rubber bands around it so I could grip it. Eventually I had to put vice grips and put this into the holes of the screw here and secure it in there. And then as I was putting pressure on here and unscrewing, it slipped and this nail jabbed itself into my thumbnail, and so I was bleeding pretty bad earlier, so I was a little bit pissed off. And but anyway, now all that's over. I got all the pieces shined up, got this on my strop. It's all ready, good to go. Cleaned up the screw. Part of the reason why it was so tight, either they Loctite it, or in this one, seriously, it felt like they had plaster inside these screws. There was all this white stuff. It wasn't blue, it wasn't red like normal Loctite. So anyway, but here are the internals of the Umnumzaan. You got two of the perforated washers. You've got, I already got my lanyard pin ready with the 550 cord already melted around here. And then it's got one pillar standoff, titanium, all silver, and then one screw. So that's how the Umnumzaan is secured together, this one screw and the pivot. So if you can see this pivot hole, it's pretty big. It's a gigantic screw. No pivot bushing, no anything. These are just the screws that hold the pivot together on the Umnumzaan. So hopefully it'll focus. I'm in a different setting too, so the lighting might be a little bit off, but I'm just trying it out to see how that goes. Alright, so basically I'm just going to be putting it back together today, and that's it. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so I got my grease. So I guess this pivot side really only fits on this side, I guess. So I got my grease here. I'm going to just put some on the pivot area as well. And then just put one shiny side. I shine both sides, but there's a shinier side here. So got that going. And then you get your blade on. There's no stop pin to worry about. Stop pin is your thumb studs here. I got everything pretty much clean, good to go. And keep in mind the, sorry I didn't show the internals here, but there's the ceramic ball of the Umnumzaan, so you can see how it's planted in there. So it's different from the ball detent in that it's not sitting on, on the tang. It's sitting at the very end. So I'll take this off really quick. So it's sitting at the very end of the lock bar. So see how it hangs over? So that's where it interfaces with the blade tang. So that's one of the design features of the Umnumzaan that I believe, if I read correctly, Chris Reeve is planning on putting on all his Sebenza 25s. So in the 25th anniversary ones, he's going to be using the ceramic ball, getting rid of the pivot bushing, which is kind of sad because I feel like that's kind of what makes the Sebenza. But yeah, so that's the route that Chris Reeve is going with his knives. Alright, got the other bushing on there. Put my stop pin or my lanyard pin in here. And then that's pretty much it. Then you get your scale on. Everything fits into place perfectly. This pivot here, so again you kind of just attach it this way. You really don't need it. You can just hand tighten it too if you wanted to. But the pivot will be, what am I trying to say? The blade will be off-centered until you tighten it down enough. So it's not like the Sebenza. Once you put it together, it'll be automatically centered. Again, you don't have to over tighten these screws. They're done pretty well, so you don't want to strip them out or anything like that. Alright, now it's on. Not quite, but it's good enough to tighten. If you over tighten it, then again, it's gonna be hard to pivot, or the action is not going to be, see it's a little bit too tight right now, so I'm going to unscrew this a little bit here. Just like that, it's perfectly centered already. So pretty easy. You can kind of adjust it kind of with your hand a little bit. My thumb is a little bit raw right now from that cut with the nail. Yeah, so you can adjust it pretty easily. Right now the grease is wearing in. But right now it's perfectly centered, as you can see. Sorry again, the lighting's a little bit dark. So anyway, that's putting together the Umnumzaan. I was just cleaning it out because it was getting a little bit gritty from when I first purchased it. This is secondhand, so yeah, so now it's smooth again and good to go. And I got my lanyard pin in there. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. So pretty short video. Just putting together the Chris Reeve Umnumzaan. Alright guys, take care. I'll see you guys in the next vid. Bye.